Hello, and welcome to our November UX UI Jam stream. My name is Down Sly. I am a TripleTen alumni as well as a full stack developer. And tonight I'm very excited to host TripleTen's no very sorry, some technical difficulties here. All right. That was not sure if you got that feedback, but anyways, back to what I was saying. This is TripleTen's very first design jam. We have other jams, but this is our very first design jam, and this is also the very first time I will be hosting. So thank you very much for being here and joining us. So what are the jams? What is the design jam? If you're new to this space, let me tell you about what the design jam is. At TripleTen, it is a friendly competition that occurs for our students during their normal coursework. These are super short competitions where a group of students get together and jam out a bunch of work to meet the prompt. This one is a design jam, more focused, more creative, and all about jamming out design work and bringing ideas to life. This design jam consists of two parts, working on designs and presentation. Last week, our participants were challenged to collaboratively design a mobile app that helps stressed out holiday shoppers find the absolute best deal on a gift. And the team only had 6 days to complete their project. Today, the only team who made it till the final day is going to show their project off to all of you out there, and our judges will review them next week. The judges will be evaluating both the design part and the presentation. We encourage you to support our brave participants in the comments. Prison, now it is time for the fun part. What they've accomplished. Let's wish them good luck. And first, I'm going to share a pre-prepared video from Logan Calatuni. So without any
Actually, his
further,
is second.
oh, so sorry. First, we are going to hear from Caitlin Forcier, and I'm going to now turn the time over to her.
Thank you. Sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Good evening for some of you, and for others, good morning. I'm Caitlin, and I'm going to start off our presentation about our app, which we have currently named Shopper. So, first, our presentation is broken into three parts: the problem, the solution, and then just very shortly what our roles were in completing this project. So first, the problem. So as Dallin has said, the major problem was that our users, our shoppers who are looking to find the best possible deal, and it is holiday time, so everyone is very stressed and they need these gifts and they need these deals. So we've gone through the entire design process in trying to do that. First was our competitive analysis. We looked at quite a few different apps and websites, but these are the two that stood out the most. So PC Part Picker, which has a wonderful comparison feature. It is within the very first screen. You can see all of the different prices and the different websites, and the users who utilize that website really enjoy that feature. The users are also very happy because they are seeing what they are saving compared to other places, and that creates instant happiness in them. The other one we looked at was Price Runner, which is a UK website. The users there also enjoyed the comparison feature. However, to find that feature, you would have to scroll down the page. It is not readily available, which was it threw us off at first because at first we did not realize it was a price comparison tool. Users are also frustrated by an increase in advertisements, and that has also tied into how we have designed our app. We are avoiding, when it comes to the business side, we did not have stakeholder input. Therefore, we have come to the conclusion we are earning our money from third party services. So we did not include space for ads quite yet. Some other things that users were noting was that there were discrepancies. Either the website did not have every single website possible, or there were differences. They were finding better deals elsewhere. And that's something that we took note of. From our competitive research, we then created a persona. This is Bellamy Blake. He is a father of two children. He has a wife, and he is a last minute shopper. Christmas is around the corner, and he's really stressed. So he has very abstract gift ideas currently. He knows that he wants to buy his wife jewelry, but he doesn't know what kind. Therefore, browsing needed to be another feature that our app included. He's also on a strict budget. So he does not want to go over that budget because times are hard right now. So he needs to visually be able to see how much he still has left to spend. From there, we then developed a journey map, a user flow, and a product map. The journey map helped us flesh out some ideas. We noted some other places where some pain points might arise. We came up with possible solutions. Some of them we implemented into our current prototypes, some of them we have not yet. User flow, we noted some other drop-off points, and we started working on solutions to try to keep our users going until the end. And finally, the product map helped us develop our prototypes. And now this is where Logan will jump in.
All right, thank you very much. I am going to go ahead and share Logan's portion, and then we can talk a little bit about the whole process. So here we are. And all right, can you see the screen all right, everyone? Awesome, thank you. Here we go. All right, so let me try to get some sound here. One moment. Let me reshare here. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, and let's get back into it.
Hi everyone, my name is Logan Colantoni, and I'm going to be taking over for presenting. During this project, some of my biggest tasks were doing the wireframing and the usability testing. During the creation of the wireframe, we came up with 3 different versions of our mood board, and then 4 different versions of our product displaying page. With all these different versions, we decided as a group to do some A and B testing during our user testing. As you can see here, the 2 different versions of our product pages. With our testing being completed, these were the results we got back. On the mood board, everyone preferred the first mood board over the other 2. So what we did as a group was we included a font called Roboto Slab, and we included in our design warm yellowish tones to parallel with that first mood board that the users liked so much. We also included the third product design. This was the one that the users responded to the most. It was just a plain, simple, there was no button in the bottom. As you can see on the 4th product design page, there's a button, and then there's a banner going all the way across. The users responded better to the small tag and no button, just a big price and the product shining. Uh, these were some of the problems that we had to focus on. And over the course of several conference calls, our team developed a new iteration for each one of those problems. We collaborated and came to a decision and figured out how to get over these problems. So on the left here is our first version of our tutorial. As you can see, it's very text heavy. It was creating a lot of cognitive overload, and it kind of left the user feeling bored, unimpressed, unsure what to do. Some things that we did to fix this for the user, for the tutorial, is we trimmed down all the writing into small little bursts of sentences, and we included arrows, like you can see here, going up to the button that we were talking about. And then we added a next button to each page to keep the user engaged throughout the tutorial. Next, I'm going to walk you through the budget and how we got the users to set up a budget, and then how that budget bar looks on the bottom. And this is that tutorial. See, the button's larger and it's interactive on every page, and these arrows are talking about this is our list, and this is where you're able to work with the budget feature and build a shopping list, much like when you go to the grocery store and that arrow leads you straight up to the list. And this is our budget tube. Getting onto the main product page, down here is that budget tube or budget bar. We made it a little bit more interactive and a little bit easier to understand by adding the 200 out of 200 to spend, and then adding this button in the bottom corner there where you can edit your budget amount. The user can go from there and put in $200 and set their budget, and that would adjust on the bottom. And finally, this was the last problem, was user input. So what we did was prices change on products all the time with inflation, and sometimes product descriptions change or they don't get accurately described. So what we did was we added a sorry we don't have the best deal card where the user can put in their email, and then they can put in either what's wrong with the description or what's wrong with the price, and then submit it in so we can correct it. And that is it for my presentation. I want to thank you for listening, and it has been an absolute privilege to work on this project. Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. Very, very good. That was fantastic. Both of you did a very great job, so special shout out to you both. And I actually just have a couple questions for you, Caitlin. Uh, Before that, I just want to say I'm a full stack developer. I work with a lot of designers all the time, and skill won't be an issue for you two when you start getting into the industry. You guys did a fantastic job, and I think that everything looked great. So hats off to you there. I was curious if you've ever worked on a team before.
I've worked on a team quite a lot, and I imagine Logan has as well with his work background.
Awesome. So what was it like working with Logan collaboratively on the design?
It's quite enjoyable for like I enjoy working with other people, and generally it's been working sprints is usually very lonely work, so it's nice to see someone else working. It was a little tricky being that we were on different time zones, so sometimes just things would happen while I was asleep. I wake up and then I have to catch up and try and understand. We did utilize, so in Figma, we utilized the commenting a lot. So we would just leave comments everywhere, reply to, we have very long comment chains now, just trying to keep up with each other and let each other know what's happening.
Well, awesome. Yeah, sounds like you definitely made it work and you got some great experience working with some different people in different regions, so that's a challenge sometimes for a lot of teams. So that's awesome to get that experience in. What was your favorite part to create during this process?
Oh, what was my favorite? I mean, I enjoyed the mood boarding. I just like mood boarding because it's fun. Otherwise, I liked doing early research. So I liked making the persona and I liked doing competitive research. So pulling that together and then analyzing data after Logan went and done his usability interviews. Then I took all his data and then was analyzing that data too. And I really love working with data.
That's awesome. You did a fantastic job with it. Do you feel satisfied with the end result?
Mostly I still know there's things that I want to continue tweaking, like the budget bar I know is not entirely accessible yet. I know visually it is too dark and just some users won't be able to see it. And usually visibility is just a really big thing when I'm doing UX design. So you mostly just things like that, just fixing some color changes I really need to fix.
Awesome. Well, very nice. And is there anything that you learned during this process that you feel will be a great tool in the future when you're in an office environment?
I mean, just working with someone on a more creative things, because most teams I've worked on aren't really creative. It's here is your work. You need to do XYZ, get it done. And here we just kind of a lot more bouncing things and throwing things at the wall and just kind of rolling with things and learning to try it like learning to understand a different person and their thinking because like it wouldn't always be where my mind first went, but then when I kind of wrapped my mind around what he was doing, I was like, oh, wait, no, that works. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great to hear. Usually collaboration leads to more creativity, so that is very awesome to hear. So that is all for our team. Thank you so much. You guys did a fantastic job. So definitely round of applause to you two for working through the whole thing and making it to the very end. So thank you very much for participating.
Thank you so
If
much.
Yeah, awesome, of course. If you are a TripleTen student and you are interested in participation, check out our career channels in the hub. There you will find more information about the upcoming events. I would like to give a special thank you to everyone who helped organize, Kathleen and Nadia, and myself, of course. Thank you again to all the participants for presenting your work today. We are continually impressed by what you build, and events like this wouldn't be possible without brave and enthusiastic students. So thank you very much again. My name is Downside. You can find me on LinkedIn. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a great evening.